All right, in today's episode, we're talking outreach and more importantly, how to actually get a yes or a reply when you're doing outreach. And so that it's not crickets. We're going to talk about 5 things that are really effective in when you're doing outreach and how to personalize to actually get replies. And stick around to the end because it's a really unique way that I've done in the past that's an effective way to show that you're in their corner fighting for them. Hey everyone, welcome. My name is Joey Valancourt, and this is the Partner Up Profits channel where we talk about influencer marketing, partnership marketing, making more money for yourself, and everything to do with productivity around digital marketing. Today I thought it'd be a good fitting episode to talk about outreach because recently I've been doing some more training on outreach and I've had to show the team a couple little tactics, some practical examples that really move the needle in getting more replies when you're outreaching. And this doesn't matter if you're doing influencers, affiliates, partners, just relationships in general. I think that there's some genuine, authentic ways to connect with people above and beyond what I'm seeing in today's modern outreach strategies. And you've probably seen some of these, everything from, hey, I noticed you have a podcast. It looks like such a great podcast. There's absolutely no depth to these things. Or just somebody instantly adds you on Instagram and literally their name and has a title of their job description. And then they DM you, of course, hey, how's it going? And right away it's, I've got this pitch for this service. So we all know the charlatans out there. We all know that there's generic things that people are doing, but I want to talk about 5 personalized ways to do outreach that I've found effective, at least in the business that we're in, to actually get replies and people really noticing you. And this works especially effective whenever you're an introvert, okay? Digital environments are so great for introverts because we don't have to be in person. We have time to think, we have time to plan, assess, and move forward with confidence, right? So here are the top 5 things, all right? Number 1, screenshots of a review or a rating. So think of it this way, okay? You're outreaching a podcaster. You could actually review their podcast, put a comment about their podcast that you liked it, or even their YouTube channel or something, but you could take a screenshot of the subscribed button. So actually showing that you subscribed, that you commented. And then you put that into the email and say, hey person, I'm reaching out to you because blah, blah, blah. And by the way, checked out the podcast and I liked it, left a little comment so that it hopefully helps you with the algorithm or helps you get some more subscribers or downloads or whatever it is their outcome is on that platform. So it's a little thing, it's kind of cheesy like all these kind of are, but it shows genuine, authentic, at least an intention to make a personal connection with this person. Number 2 is subscribe, like literally subscribe to their podcast, follow them on Instagram, go to their YouTube channel and comment, engage with them, but become part of their ecosystem. Because if you're doing outreach, you want to learn about what they're doing, who they are. So you want to be up to date with them whenever they do reach back out to you. If they happen to have this big life event, you're in touch with that because you're friends with them on Facebook or IG, or seeing it on TikTok or whatever new platform that's coming out. So don't date me too much on the platforms I mentioned, depending on when this video is, but you get my point. Just be in touch with their ecosystem and be part of it as much as you can. Number 3 is just buy their stuff, okay? Don't be cheap, all right? Nobody likes cheap people. And even if you don't have a lot of money now, this is an investment. This is an intention you're making. And the universe is going to reward you for these types of things. And believe me, I've done this so many times that it does reward you. So it doesn't have to be something big, okay? So if they have a $1,000 course, maybe you don't have to invest in that. But maybe they have a $14.95 ebook or some sort of Audible book that they have. But the point is you want to buy their stuff, become a consumer. And the beauty of this is if they have coffee beans, you can take a picture of that and send it, say, God, this product, I love it. You could get their course and then you could go through the course and provided it's something you're interested in. Maybe you say, hey, I noticed in this chapter you mentioned this really taught me the lesson in that. And given enough time, maybe you can even say that it equated to an outcome. It could be anything that they're selling so long as it's authentic that you want to actually read it and go through it, or at the very least show that you supported it and you tried it. Number 4 is pinpoint something interesting from a video and screenshot it to them. And recently I was reviewing somebody for a YouTube channel and her video had this tagline in it every single time. She repeated this same tagline. I think it was something like, get out of a tantrum of a tizzy or something. I thought it was really just a cool line. So I actually screenshotted it, and then I rectangle screenshotted the part of the caption that talked about the part that I liked of her video, and just really noticed that. And she noticed that I noticed that about her video. So those little personal touches, when done right, not just a random screenshot of a video to say, I watched your video. Like, you got to put a bit of time into this. And to me, I like the laser approach, the sniper focus of attention versus a shotgun blast approach at everything from what I'm doing in my life, but also just in outreach in general. You could outreach 4,000 people in a couple days or a week maybe, but at the same time, I prefer doing a 10-person outreach in one day and making it really quality outreach rather than quantity outreach. Number 5, provide value to them. So of course, back to number 3, if you bought their stuff, that's adding value, but that's a little bit different. This is providing value to them. So maybe you have something that you can offer them as value. And this depends on where you're at in your career, or depending on, are they bigger than you, which I would assume they would be, but it just depends on where you can add value. But here are a couple ideas that I'd suggest doing, especially if it's a person that you don't know yet. You might have an intro for them. Maybe you already have a network of people that you know they'd like to meet. So when I'm on a call or in an outreach message in this case, because we're talking outreach today, you could lead with, hey, I'd love to chat with you, but in the meantime, I also was thinking about you whenever I outreached you, and I thought that there was this wonderful person that I've met. We've been partnered with them for a long time. They talk about kind of the same things, but I think that there could be a match and an opportunity for you to discuss that. So if you're open to that, then I'd be open to making that intro for you when we get on the phone and do our chat. So you're bringing them in by the potential of a value add from a person you've already worked and got through your own networking, right? So now they're connecting with you, of course, to find out about that connection, but now they're talking to you. And it's just more of an organic way to approach an outreach message. You could also do this is a fun one. This is the one that I mentioned at the beginning. You can go to bat for them. Think about how many people are out there trolling. Potentially, there might even be one of those videos that comments below, and then you're looking at it going, oh, that's what Joey was talking about. But there's people out there that are bad-mouthing things, that putting negative reviews, and maybe they're true, maybe they're not. So you have to pick your battles. But the point is, you could pick a battle in a comment. Now, maybe you don't want to do this. It's definitely not my favorite thing. But if somebody comments to say something negative about the person, maybe they comment on their looks, or maybe they comment on the way that the person talks. Maybe they say, this kid from Canada continues to say about, and he says it really weird. You could actually reply to that comment and say, hey, I actually like the way he says that about thing all the time. It's kind of funny in a good way. But you could screenshot that and send that to them as a funny little thing to make their day, to be like, hey, I went to bat for you. This guy was kind of trash talking you. I came in and I wanted to show them that it's not nice to pick on people, right? Something like that. Again, some of these are cheesy, but they're meant to be cheesy. They're meant to be conversation starters and kind of icebreakers. And then the final thing I would mention on this note of adding value to them, maybe they have an event and you could say, hey, I'm going to your event, but I'm also inviting like 10 friends. Because I just think that you're the greatest and I want to support you. You have to say the reason why you're doing something. Hey, I'm doing this because I think that blah, 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 and that I believe in blah, 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 and their mission, okay? And you don't want to say blah, blah, blah. But the point is, just make sure that they know it's not just to get a call back. And by the way, I believe in authenticity and being genuine. So this isn't something that is contrived, even though we're planning it. In my opinion, it's better to plan and be intentional with our relationships rather than be haphazard and not put effort behind it. So yeah, we are premeditating things and planning things, but that's a good thing. I'd love for everyone to put as much energy into getting a hold of me as I'm putting into getting a hold of them. So that's always a good thing. That's the way that I approach it. So that's pretty much it for today's episode. I just wanted to give you 5 different ways to connect on a personal level, to get your messages answered more frequently, whether it's cold DMing, whether it's cold calling, or just even physical mailers work really well too. And you could put a printout of a screenshot of the things we just talked about in today's episode. So go ahead and start to try those things. If they're working, make sure to like this video, of course, subscribe for more tips like this. But I would love to hear in the comments section what you've tried, or if you have ideas. You probably have things you've tried if you're coming across this video and you're interested in it. These are only 5 things. There's probably like 1,000 different tactical things that people could do. So why don't we share a few wins together? Go ahead and comment below. I'd love to see that, and I'll definitely comment back. And if you're okay with it, I'll just go and include it in the next video. We talk about the same type of strategies. And again, like and subscribe this video. We're going to keep talking about partnership marketing stuff, digital marketing, and everything else to make you more productive, to help you also make more money. So we will see you in the next video.